It means there's no Fred. So it just awakeness is just thrilled to be here and be talking to itself consciously and hearing itself sometimes consciously. So that conscious awakeness, because what is what conscious awakeness become conscious of? Well, there's only oneness, there's only consciousness. So consciousness becomes aware of consciousness as not as an entity, but awareness becomes aware of itself. Okay, awareness becomes aware of itself. Consciousness becomes aware of consciousness, that it is consciousness, that this is consciousness. It understands, not in an intellectual sort of way, it's just experiential, but there is intellectual stuff that goes with it. It's not really necessary, but it's great to talk about because there's really not, with abidance, there's not a need to talk about anything unless you want to keep it. And it's not required. I just noticed that most of the time, the people that I know who are experiencing, God, the language is so bad, who are experiencing abidance, who would report that there is abidance there. They're probably actively, they don't have to be with a teacher. They may be teaching, but they're still actively involved with this. You don't park non-duality and walk away from it. There's a seduction of that, but it doesn't work. Never worked here. I tried. I didn't want to be a teacher, but now I delight in it. So abidance is not the end of the road, but it is the end of the discussion here, because abidance makes it sound like now I've got it, and it's not. Abidance is experiencing deeper and deeper truths. There's a deeper and deeper awakening happening, and that, to my knowledge, that never ends. And I've talked to people who've been awake for decades, and they've told me the same thing. And awakeness has been coming through this unit consciously now since 2006, 18 years. So that's a very long time. And there's been no graduation here. Only the disillusioned, only the unawakened want to graduate with enlightenment. They want that to be their graduation so they can go back to their lives where they were having fun before. And you can go back to your life and have fun. It just won't be quite the same thing. It'll be better. It'll be a lot better, but I don't want to promise you too much here, because it's also less. Awakening is much less than what you think. It's more, but it's also much more than what you think. It's much less because the character doesn't wake up. There's not suddenly an enlightened Fred here. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you found that helpful. Listen, if you did, please leave a like. It makes a difference. Thanks. And subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Why don't you? Subscribe. Thanks. Bye-bye.